Hello and welcome to a special escape to the country.
Alistair and I will be reflecting on our time showing two couples property gems from one region.
And throughout the show we'll be scattering our own hints and tips about rural house hunting in this area.
Today we're focusing on a region that's home to England's smallest traditional county. Find out where in just a moment. Today we're revisiting two house searches. I was helping a couple of first-time buyers who were looking to swap the bright lights of the city for a quieter life in the countryside. We were on the hunt for the perfect period property, and while some showed potential, others offered our buyers more than they bargained for.
I love the idea of having two staircases. I'm not sure why. Maybe it'll make me fitter.
While my husband and wife team were planning to escape city life to enjoy an active retirement. And it turned out that size does matter. So this could be the sticking point.
Yeah, a little bit small.
On today's show, we're concentrating on the East Midlands, where you'll find England's smallest county, Rutland. Now, the East Midlands is made up of various counties, including Lincolnshire, Leicestershire, Derbyshire and Northamptonshire.
And my search was focused on Derbyshire, which I've always thought is a jewel of a county. There's something quite intimate about the scale of its landscape, and plenty of the big families of the UK agree with me, since it's thick with stately homes.
I was house hunting along the Northamptonshire-Leicestershire border, and when I think of that part of the country, I always think of value for money.
Without doubt, this is an attractive slice of rural England, but we're here to explore why these counties so appeal to people looking for a country life.
The region of East Midlands is located in the centre of England and takes in 6 different counties. I was searching across the Leicestershire-Northamptonshire border. Popular with commuters due to their convenient rail and road links to Birmingham and London, the counties also provide a varied rural landscape, from rolling farmland and woodland to winding rivers. Further south into Northamptonshire, the Pitsford Reservoir near Brixworth is the 3rd largest in the UK. Its 7 miles of waterside track and woodland trails are perfect for walking, cycling and wildlife spotting. In spring and summer, over 60 species of bird are known to breed here, making it the perfect spot for bird watchers, as well as those just looking to soak up the scenery.
Derbyshire is landlocked by 7 other regions, including South Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, Greater Manchester and Cheshire. It's home to the UK's first national park, the Peak District, which contains a magnificent undulating landscape rippling under lush green grass with beautiful, far-stretching views. And the county is also home to the furthest point from the sea in the UK, at around 70 miles from the edge of the Wash in Lincolnshire. So with its stunning countryside, Derbyshire is definitely one of the unsung heroes in Britain's rich landscape. I'm always delighted to go to Derbyshire. I feel if it's good enough for Elizabeth Bennet and Mr Darcy, it's good enough for me. And I particularly like the north of the county, you know, the Peak District National Park. And actually, that's where my couple were looking to buy.
That's a beautiful part. Well, let's talk house prices, shall we? Now, the average cost of a detached home at the moment is just over £279,000. So if you're looking at best value county in the East Midlands, Lincolnshire comes top. You'd pay around £100,000 less. Nottinghamshire after that, about £80,000 less, so quite considerable.
And then it's a sort of league table of affordability, because the sort of prices go up towards the national average. So the next one up is Derbyshire, my county, £70,000 under. And then you have Leicestershire, £35,000, and the most expensive is Northamptonshire. But that's still £32,000 under the national figure.
Yeah, it does really change, doesn't it? It really varies. Well, my county is more expensive on paper than yours, and my couple had a smaller budget, so I had my work cut out. Today's house hunters, James and Sarah, are first-time buyers. They're renting this one-bedroom flat in the trendy North London borough of Islington. Both moved to the capital in their early 20s. James is a digital marketing manager and Sarah is a lawyer. But after 10 years, the buzz of life in the capital is starting to wear off.
We don't enjoy London like we used to anymore. It used to be the case that we'd meet after work with friends and stuff, but now since we got married, we just want to come home from work and spend time with each other, so we're not making the most of London anymore.
And it's not just the city itself that no longer suits their needs.
One of the things that we're definitely missing is space.
The storage is one issue, but also it's a one-bedroom flat, so if we have people to come and stay, we're not really able to accommodate anybody in that regard.
Unfortunately, outside space is something that's also in short supply.
I'm looking forward to having a sizable garden so that I can perhaps start a vegetable patch. We really enjoy cooking, so having some fruit and vegetables from the garden that we can play around with will be a really great start.
And James's home county of Leicestershire is number 1 on the list.
Having grown up in Leicestershire, I know that it's a great place to raise a family. But then also I think it would be a bonus for me to be closer to my family. And we're not too far from Sarah's family when we're there either, so...
Ready to return to their roots, and with the flexibility of being in rented accommodation, there's nothing stopping them from pursuing their countryside dream.
This is our first house, the first time either of us have bought. So it's kind of nice that we're doing our first house purchase together. It makes it feel a bit more, even more special.
Yeah, it's a big change, and with any big change comes a bit of nerves, but overall we're really excited.
James and Sarah have chosen the East Midlands for its excellent train links to London, as Sarah will need to commute for work at least a couple of days a week. They'd like a village location in good proximity to James's family in Market Harborough, but they're otherwise open-minded, so we're searching for properties across the villages and towns of Leicestershire and neighbouring Northamptonshire. I'm meeting up with them to pin down the details.
Well, Sarah and James, I have to say, welcome to the East Midlands.
Thank you.
And why is the time right for you both to make this, well, very important move?
We're looking for a little bit more space. We'd like to start a family soon. We'd also like to get a dog, if that's possible, and I think that our London flat would be a bit of a squeeze.
So what are you both looking for, then, with this new property that you're after?
3 bedrooms minimum, 4 if possible, a big kitchen, possibly with a sort of family dining area.
A little workspace for me, if possible. I'm going to be working at home a little bit, so either an office area or perhaps if there's a 4th bedroom that I can convert into an office area. And then a big garden, if possible.
And what about the architectural style of this perfect property?
Well, we both definitely agree that a period property or an older property is what we're after, but with modern features inside that's maybe been renovated, because I don't think we'd be able to do too much work.
Sarah, you're going to be still commuting into London?
I'm going to be commuting into London, so we'd like to be near enough a train station that comes into the area of London that I work in, but at the same time, a good position for James.
Yes, I'm looking to move up here job-wise as well,
Right.
So yeah, double move for me.
And you're renting at the moment, so I take it that you can move pretty quickly if we find you that perfect property.
That's right, yeah, no chain.
Hope so.
And then let's remind ourselves then of your budget for this area in the East Midlands.
Sure, we're looking at a maximum of 400,000.
Well, let's hope we can achieve that for you over the next few days. We've got 3 wonderful properties lined up to show you, so should we get started?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
James and Sarah are hoping their budget of £400,000 will not only get them on the first rung of the property ladder, but will afford them a dream period home to start a family in. They'd like a minimum of 3 bedrooms, a large kitchen with dining space, and an office so Sarah can work from home. As they're also looking to get a dog in the future, they want a garden, with enough space to fulfil Sarah's dreams of growing vegetables. Last but not least, the property needs to be within a reasonable distance of a train station with good links to London. We've sourced 3 great houses for James and Sarah to view. All have plenty of period character and the potential to make great family homes. At the end of each house tour, I'll ask them to price each property before I reveal it. And with the last one, the mystery house, I'll be testing how far I can push them, both with location and character. To start our search, I'm taking our buyers 20 minutes south of James's hometown of Market Harborough to the Northamptonshire village of Brixworth. The village offers a mixture of new houses and older properties, constructed from Northamptonshire ironstone, sourced from the local quarries worked until the late 19th century. The property I'm showing them is in the heart of the village, overlooking the village green.
And here is your first home.
a lovely setting.
I love it. I love the contrast between this front and then the old stone at the back.
That's Northamptonshire ironstone. So what do you think of the cottage? Because it is semi-detached.
Right.
It is. Well, we're hoping for a detached property, but we're not close to anything at this stage, so we'll happily embrace the semi-detached and have a look.
I like that.
Yep.
Well, you said you like traditional homes. Let's see how we get on with this one.
Great.
Look.
This cottage has heaps of character, which I think will appeal to James and Sarah, but has the advantage of having been modernised throughout, so they wouldn't need to take on any major work.
So as you walk in, it leads straight
Wow.
into your sitting room.
This is a lovely sitting room.
It's got a beautiful country feel.
It feels very modern as well.
But you do walk straight into it.
Yeah, I have to say that's probably not our favourite in terms of layout, is to walk straight into the living room.
Yeah.
But not a definite no-no.
Let's keep looking through.
The sitting room leads through a substantial dining room onto the kitchen, where these two keen cooks should feel right at home.
Ah.
It's lovely and light.
You love cooking together. Are you going to get
Yep.
under each other's feet?
It's got a lot of work surface space, which is always handy. It's got a little room for a dining table as well, a kitchen diner.
Yeah.
Like that.
You've now got 3 different rooms, haven't you? You've got
true.
the sitting room,
Yep.
a large dining room, and then obviously this kitchen. You've also got some storage and a downstairs bathroom with a separate toilet.
Okay, that's good.
It's helpful.
Yeah.
Great.
So should we head upstairs, look at the bedrooms?
That's good.
Thank
Look.
you.
An interesting feature of this house is that it has 2 different staircases. One at the back of the house leading straight up into the 3rd bedroom, and one at the front, which takes us from the sitting room to the main bedroom.
Wow.
Lovely and light and a really high ceiling, which is great.
Yeah, I love the high ceiling, actually.
And
Brilliant.
you have your own ensuite.
Great.
Just across that very small hallway is another bedroom,
Yep.
a really good size, which leads to your 3rd bedroom
Okay, so you go through one to get to the
to
other.
get to the other. When you get to the
Interesting.
3rd bedroom, you go down those other stairs, and that'll bring you out by the dining area and the downstairs bathroom and toilet.
I love the idea of having 2 staircases. I'm not sure why. Maybe it'll make me fitter.
I like it as well.
I think
like
it's a
it,
nice
quirky.
feature.
Yeah. So let's go outside, take a little look at the garden, and then, of course, I'm going to ask you, aren't I, how much you think it's all worth?
Oh, yes.
The layout may not be ideal, but I'm hoping this property might be scoring extra points for its quirk. The kitchen opens onto a patio outside with steps up to a lawned area.
So not half an acre,
No.
as
no.
you've probably guessed. But
Probably couldn't quite fit your vegetable patch into this.
That's true. It's a nice shape. I like it. It's an interesting garden to look at.
I think in terms of having dogs and children and things, it could be a bit tricky, not quite enough lawn space.
yeah, but we've got the rockery section there. Down there, it's more sort of barbecue dining area. And then this part is laid to lawn, which overlooks the green. And the final piece of information I want to give you is this commute. You've got Market Harborough, you've got Kettering, you've also got Wellingborough, which is slightly further away but closer to London, all within 26 minutes drive.
Probably a little bit further than the ideal for me, but not too far.
Right. OK, then, how much do you think the asking price is?
I would guess 365,000.
Right. James?
I think I'd go slightly less, so I'd go 355.
Now, your top budget was £400,000.
Yep.
Asking price on our first property, £335,000.
Oh, we're both
Okay.
up.
This house would give our buyers the period style they wanted in a top village location for an impressive £65,000 under budget. The quirky layout means they'd need to think carefully about how best to use the space. But with 3 bedrooms and a separate dining room, there are options for Sarah's work area. Plus, the kitchen has the family dining space they're looking for. The garden may not be extensive, but is low maintenance and attractive.
I generally really like the house. I think it's got some really nice quirky features, nice period bits to it. Feels like a nice home. But I think there are also some negatives for us. The garden, I think, is not really big enough.
The journey to the train station is a little bit further than I would like. For the right house, we might do it, but I'm not sure this is the right house for us.
You see, I'm calling time on this house tour. Have you seen enough?
Yes,
I think so.
Yeah?
Yep.
How are you feeling?
Good, very positive, I think.
A good start.
Yep. And it is only our first property.
Exactly.
Let's keep going.
All right.
Don't be afraid to try again. Don't be afraid of the darkness. There's a light on the horizon. You gotta keep on believing. You gotta keep on running. You got to keep on fighting. It's time to stop the dreaming and forget about the past. Think about what you believe in. You are supposed to be enough, and don't forget that there is love, there is a head down in your heart. I know that you can feel it too. We can make it through no matter what the people say. You're gonna find your way. Don't be afraid